Alright guys, so, as promised, I'm going to go ahead and now showcase, of course, LR Physical Cell. So let's go ahead and let's hop right into the video. So first of all, again, my cell is at 79%, so I don't quite yet have him rainbowed. But again, I think moving forward, getting copies of this cell is actually going to be something that I look forward to and not actually despise when, we're going to be summoning on the banners, of course, in the future. He does have a level 5 defensive equipment because, again, this was something that I put on him before his EZA was announced. So, again, just to kind of maximize his defensive capabilities. In terms of his links, he actually is quite highly link leveled. Again, usually I kind of have units at like maybe level 3 to 2 link levels. But again, Cell, I've actually been using him quite a bit, and I actually did go out of my way to link level some of his links, beforehand. So again, Cell does have some pretty high level link levels like Gentleman, Shocking Speed, Messenger from the Future, and all that. So again, Cell is going to be, I think, really, really impressive on all of the teams that he's on. Which, speaking of which, again, we're going to try to do every single one of these teams except for Worldwide Chaos because, again, I don't have the tech androids. But of course, with Dokkan's friend system, we'll see how many of these teams we're actually going to be able to go ahead and get done today. Well, not done today, but just go ahead and showcase him on. So anyways, without further ado, let's go ahead, let's hop right in, and let's see what this cell can do at the EZA 79% level. Alright guys, so now we are on our first category team, which is going to be the Androids team led by EZA, I believe it's Android 21, in her kind of like Majin, I guess, transformation. Wait, is she literally just called Android 21? Yeah, she is. Okay, well, I'm dumb. Anyways, so Cell's defense is 122k. Again, keep in mind, this is a 160% lead team, not a 200% lead team, which, by the way, I don't have a 200% lead team, so unfortunately, again, we're only going to be able to really see Cell on 150%. Of course, this one being 160%, and then the highest being 170%. But either way, Cell's defense is 122k without any kind of support. That is actually really, really good because keep in mind that Cell is going to be giving himself 120% defense on Super. Because again, Cell gets 60% defense on Super Attack, guaranteed. Then he gets another 60% defense on his Ultra Super Attack, and 3 key if he's facing one enemy, which, for most Dokkan events, you are going to be facing one enemy. So, again, Cell's defense is going to be well over 200k. I would say probably everything calculated, Cell's defense would be maybe at around 250k. Because, again, technically it's 120% on Super. I'm just giving him 100% on Super. I'm kind of leaving out the 20% because, I'm not a human calculator. But, again, Cell's defense would be at around 250k. Again, keep in mind, not a 200% leader skill without support. Again, Cell is doing this amount of damage. And again, Cell's attack stat there, 3 million. Again, not as impressive, but keep in mind that, again, Cell needs to be facing multiple enemies for him to really put up, I would say, significantly better attack stats. Because, again, Cell is a unit that, depending on the situation, you want to be running against multiple enemies or against just a single enemy. Like, for example, in a legendary Goku event, again, since there's only one enemy, again, Cell, I think it's much more important for him to have the defense than the attack stat. In Super Battle Road, though, I guess you could maybe argue vice versa, where, again, Cell's going to put up really good numbers and then potentially, again, finish off a lot of the enemies. So, again, I really, really do enjoy Cell's design that they went with him. So, unfortunately, again, we're not going to be able to get the perfect rotation that I wanted with Cell, which was, of course, with Int Cell, because Int Cell and Physical Cell, again, are essentially best friends. Again, you want to run those two literally all the time because, again, they link up really, really well, and overall, they're just going to be a really, really good duo together. But of course, again, Cell started out in slot 2, and because Dokkan events usually, don't last very long because it's very easy to finish off these enemies. Again, I really don't think we're going to see a rotation with Int Cell. We are going to get a rotation, I think, if this Cell doesn't die, which I don't think he will. But I think we will be able to see a rotation with support coming from MVP 17 on the next turn. So again, that at least is going to be nice to see what Cell's defensive stat is going to be with support. But again, Very, very good unit. Again, Cell, I think, is one of those units where a lot of people were kind of underestimating him and what he could potentially do after his EZA. But I think with his EZA, again, people are really starting to see that, again, Cell is extremely good. Because, again, look at that. 150, what is it? 156k defense. What did we share with... Because we shared Shocking Speed and Fierce Battle. Alright, so yeah, again, Cell really didn't have a lot of his good links active as well in that last turn and on this turn. So again, Cell's defense could be even higher. Alright, so we're at 2 out of 7 links. He's at 156k. Again, his defense is going to be well over 300k after he super attacks. Keep that in mind. And just a little bit more too, because again, I'm lowballing him. I'm only giving 100%. It's 120%. Alright. So we're going to do this with Cell. Again, this should this is going to be a full 24 key super attack from Cell. So again, keep in mind, he only has 2 out of his 7 links active. This is a 160% lead team, and Cell does not have a really good linking partner. Keep all of that in mind when you're looking at not only his defense, which again, is going to be well over 300k, and a 3.4 million attack stat. Again, maybe not as impressive as many people may like in terms of his attack stat, but nonetheless, Cell is going to be putting up very, very good numbers defensively. Again, this Cell is going to be absolutely ridiculous. This Cell is going to be awesome in many, many types of content. Maybe he's going to be better, in my opinion, in like, you know, events where there's only one enemy, because honestly, I would much rather take the defense than the attack. But at least when you're fighting and things like Super Battle Road, again, Cell is going to be able to put up some decent numbers. So in that aspect, again, it's going to be nice. And yeah, I mean, in a way. Actually, we might just be able to get that rotation with MVP 17. And now that I'm thinking about it, the only issue here is I have no idea how hard this AGL Cell hits. So I just hope that we do not take too much damage. But all of these guys heal on their 12 key super attacks, so I am a little bit hopeful. Oh, wow. Okay, so that wasn't as much, but I'm actually still pleasantly surprised at that the Dokkan event did over 100k to damage. Again, usually Dokkan events don't really do that much, if at all, so that was actually quite impressive. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and have again, the perfect rotation with Int Cell here, again, without support. And again, they're going to have literally... well, technically, they would have 6 out of 7, but again... Actually, no, yeah, let's do this then. Because this is going to put him in a position where Cell would have had all of his links active, of course, without big bad bosses, because again, it's not at level 10. So yeah, dude, 137k defense is really good. Again, very, very good defensive numbers. This guy is going to be at around 280k defense after, you know, and a little bit more. So he's probably going to be pushing 300k after he super attacks here. So let's go ahead and see this attack stat from Cell. Again, it should be a little bit higher because, again, we're going to be at, what, an almost 24 key super attack? I think we're going to be at a 23 key super attack, not a 24. I said 23 key twice. English escapes me so freaking much. All right. Oh, maybe this will knock us under 80%? Never mind, that only did 11k. 3.9, though. A significantly better attack stat, though. I will take that. Like a 4 million attack stat with like 300k defense, like, I will take that. That is really, really good. So, yeah, let's go ahead and let's head on over now to the next category team with this Cell. Alright, guys, so now we are on the Terrifying Conquerors team, of course, led by Cooler. So, again, this is going to be the 170% led team. And, again, this is, I think, actually Cooler. He doesn't buff Terrifying Conquerors, yeah, when facing 2 or more enemies. Because you're not on Transformation Boost. Oh, he is on Transformation Boost. My bad. Transformation Boost then. Alright, so then, Cooler is giving 30% attack and defense. Alright, so our defense is 157k. Again, that is very, very good. We're going to have, I think, essentially everything, except, of course, without big bad bosses, which again is very, very unfortunate because, again, big bad bosses really does make a huge difference in how hard a unit actually hits compared to when they don't have it active. Because again, Cell's defense is going to jump up way, way higher if you had big bad bosses active. So 5 million from Cell. And again, he's getting 120% defense on Super. So Cell is like, I think, very easily in like the 320, 330k range when it comes to his attack stats. So pretty good. This Cell is very, very good. He is super, super... Dude, honestly, I think Cell is already underrated for most of the Dokkan community. I think he is really, really underrated because I didn't really see a lot of people talking about him when he first got his EZA announced. Again, it was a little bit of a long time ago now, but still, again, not a lot of people actually talked about the fact that he was going to get an EZA, which kind of surprised me because, again, this physical Cell is really, really good. He's actually super, super impressive, and I didn't actually expect that from him. Again, I did not think Cell was actually going to be this impressive. Alright, so we're just going to go blast this Gohan to smithereens. This is just instant annihilation, so goodbye, Gohan. Cell is going to just destroy you with a 4.5 million attack stat, with like 280k, almost 300k defense, without support. And he's not on a 200% leader skill. 7.9 crit. Dope. This Cell's good. That's pretty much all I can say is Cell equal good. Very good. Not to be underrated. Or to be underestimated for that matter as well. Do not underestimate this unit. He is nutty. And I say nutty in the sense of he is nuts. This unit is amazing. Okay, please let's not finish off this Gohan if we can, because, you know, it would suck if we did, essentially. Ah, dude, this... Okay, he's almost... Well, we didn't get a super attack with mine, which is good. Thank you. Alright, so he's actually going to live. That's the most important part. Alright, so... yeah, so we're going to go ahead and have Janemba give him the support type effect right there. Boom. That's going to go ahead and increase his defense as well as his damage. So let's go ahead and see what he does here, please. I swear to God, if this Gohan debuffs us... Okay, he does not debuff us. He did do a lot of damage to us, but again, that's because, unfortunately, and as is the 5.9 million, but as is the case with most units nowadays, again, you really want to be running them in slot 2. Cell, I mean, he could potentially be run in slot 1. Nice double super there. Keep in mind that Cell is also healing 12% HP when he super attacks with his 12 key. So again, not only did he do a ton of damage, but he also went ahead and actually healed some of that damage for us. So again, let's go ahead and let's head on over now to the next category team with this Cell. Alright guys, so now we are on the Android/Cell Saga team, which of course is still led by Int Cell. Well, technically the Transforming Trunks, but realistically you wouldn't really want to run those two together because they're really not going to link well together. But we also do have the friend, First Form Cell, who is going to be giving technically a 200% buff to Physical Cell, but at the same time, this guy isn't given the 200% buff, so it's just a really weird mess that I'm just not going to get into, but or calculate because I have no idea too. But so Cell's like on a 170%, 200%, also 150% because it's 150% to attack and HP, but this is 170% to defense, so it's just a cluster bomb of leader skills. But either way, Cell is going to be hitting much harder now because again, when he's facing multiple enemies, he gets 1 key and 30% attack per enemy, which of course there are 4, so Cell is going to be getting 4 key and 120% of attack. So he is going to be relatively close to a 24 key super attack. I forgot to bring up my key up items, but let's go ahead and see this attack set by Cell. And again, this time Cell is not getting 120% to defense on super. He is only going to be getting 60%. So his defense is 148. He's essentially going to get half of that and a little bit more, but let's just go with half for, you know, video's sake. He's around 150k. He's going to be at around 225k defense after he super attacks. So again, still, Cell's going to be looking pretty good. Okay, I would have been really upset if Zangya, 6 million by the way, Zangya super attacked us and absolutely, you know, cucked us there. I would have been actually pretty upset about that. But again, dude, 6 million from Cell with like over 200k defense, no support, without big bad bosses. Again, that needs to be said every single time. Big bad bosses is not active. For those of you who know, Big Bad Bosses seriously makes such a difference in a unit when we are talking about the attack stats and defensive stats. Again, it really, really does. Because again, back in the day when we didn't have link levels, it's so weird saying back in the day, but back in the day when we didn't have link levels, again, Big Bad Bosses was like something you had to showcase in a unit, or else like it just wasn't a complete showcase of a unit, because quite literally, Big Bad Bosses really does change a unit. It makes them so much better. Alright, so we're gonna actually... Wait. Oh, we didn't get a double super. I went for a full 24 key. That's why we still have all of the Bojack minion enemies that are alive. I forgot about that. It's the 12 key super attack. That's the AoE. That's my bad. But this is actually good, because then we can go ahead with all the key that we have there. We can go ahead and give Cell, again, his full 24 key super attack. And I think we might have support on the next turn, because again, I did bring the STR Android 18 right there with Krillin. Again, she gives 32% to attack and defense. And I think I brought one more. But I don't know why I'm forgetting the unit that I brought. I literally brought this unit, and I somehow am forgetting. I don't know why I'm forgetting, but I am for some reason. Alright, so who's the support type? Oh, wait, never mind. I think it's just the Android 18. Yeah, I brought this int Android. I don't know why. I brought this Android 16. I still don't know why, because honestly, he's kind of completely useless. He sucks as a unit, essentially, what I'm getting at. So, alright, let's get this last attack stat from Cell here, 6.3, full 24 key super attack. And then we're going to go ahead and move on to the next category team with this Cell. Alright guys, so the final team we're going to go ahead and do is going to be the Time Travelers team, which again is a 150% lead team, so again it's going to be a nice look at Cell, I guess, at his lowest. But we do have some really good, great support here coming from, again, the Easy Aid Darkness Toa here, or I think it's just Toa. But again, we are facing more than one enemy. I did actually not want this to appear this way. I wanted it to be a single enemy, but unfortunately things didn't go as planned. So anyways, defense is 150k, but again, we are getting a massive support buff coming from Toa. Again, defense is going to be, well, again, 300k. So again, really, really good stuff from, you know, Physical Cell here. And again, he is going to put up a relatively decent attack stat. So 4.8, again, actually pretty good. Much better than I actually anticipated. So again, in terms of damage and even defense right now, and the double super, Cell is looking really, really good here. Cell should probably actually finish this off, right? Finish off Vegeta, finish off... Oh, he actually did not finish off. Wow, he did not finish off Vegeta. I mean, but to be fair, Vegeta does have type advantage. But, he didn't finish off Goku too? What? Well, it is what it is. Anyways, continuing on here, we should get one final rotation with them. Again, against one enemy. Without any support, because again, I'm going to specifically keep... Actually, no, we are going to get support from Darkness Toa, because again, we have both regular Toa... Oh, no, she is called Darkness Toa. And then what is this? Demon Goddess Toa. Okay, well... we are going to get some Demon Goddess Toa on rotation with them. Again, Demon Goddess Toa is a little bit funky. Again, she has in her passive 2 high chances. One of them is to give an extra 10% to attack. The other one is to give 10% to defense. But for sake of, I guess, maybe highballing, yeah, so I guess highballing Cell, we'll assume that she's giving a 40% support. But again, realistically, she's probably going to be given like 30%. But just for the sake of me not wanting to like figure it out, because I mean, unfortunately, I really don't know why Dokkan hasn't had some sort of mechanic where you can see if like all of their passive is active or something. I wish you could do that, man. I think she's actually giving a 140%, or not 140. I think she's giving 40%, because you give, yeah, 3 key 40%. So I think Darkness Toa, or Demon Goddess Toa is giving 40%, because again, Cell's defense is still at 149k, so assuming that, again, Cell is, again, still at that level. So this is going to be, again, the final rotation for Physical Cell. So we're going to go ahead and put him in the middle slot here, try to get as much key. So that's going to be an almost 24 key super attack there. Defense, again, is going to be well over 300k when he goes, when he actually goes ahead and super attacks here. So again, Cell's just going to be a really, really good defensive unit pretty much on every single team that he's on. But he's going to be, of course, better when he's only facing one enemy. But he is going to be able to put up some really good numbers against multiple enemies. So again, 4.6, almost, you know, a 4.7 or 5 million attack stat if you want to be super generous from Cell. And of course, he just goes ahead and one-shots the enemy right there. So anyways, let's go ahead and let's head on over now to the breakdown portion of the video. Alrighty guys, so of course in the breakdown portion of the video, we're just going to go ahead and go over what we saw from Cell. So first of all, Cell is an amazing unit. Again, we only saw him on a 170% lead team, not even a 200% lead team, and I think I can safely say that Cell is going to be extremely good, and he's also not rainbowed or level 10 links. So again, keep all that in mind. The highest we saw Cell's defense was like around 330, 340k. Again, without, you know, specifically calculating it, but just based off of, you know, an educated guess. Again, Cell's defense is ridiculous. So, again, don't sleep on this unit. Do not sleep on Cell. Cell is really good. Really, really good. That is pretty much all I can really say about Cell. The only, again, downside I guess I could, if I were to really nitpick, is that Cell doesn't, like, raise defense on Super. Not really that he needs it, but again, it just would have been like a nice little added bonus. But yeah, that's pretty much all I really have to say about Cell. Other than that, again, I really enjoy Cell. He's a really good unit. He's going to be super helpful for, I think, many older players and maybe, you know, even newer players now getting the game. Again, Cell is going to be definitely a unit you want to, you know, not only get, but also have at, you know, at your disposal in your box, because again, he's going to be able to help you in many, many different circumstances. So with that said, that is going to do it for today's video, guys, and I will see you all in the next one. Peace.
The name of this one is Rosé. Oh, this is the power of legendary Super Saiyan Goku. Now I understand.